Francis Ngannou, the Predator, is back. He's not just back, he's back in the MMA. He's going to be fighting MMA. His next fight is MMA. And I'm excited about that. His last two fights has been in the boxing ring. His very first fight, he did quite well in that one. He fought the Gypsy King, one of the best boxers on the planet. He went toe-to-toe with the Gypsy King. Fair play to him. He scored knockdown against the Gypsy King. Some people actually thought that he won that fight. I disagree. I thought the Gypsy King won that fight slightly. It was a close fight, I'm not going to lie, but he did so well. And I'm proud of the guy. Coming into the boxing for the first time and performing that way against the Gypsy King, you're going to have to give him thumbs up for sure. His next fight after that then in the boxing was against AJ, Anthony Joshua. The new Anthony Joshua that we have now, the confident Anthony Joshua that is going to take on the world. I love this version of Anthony Joshua, I have to be honest with you. I can't wait for his next fight, by the way. Anthony Joshua knocked him out. I felt so bad when I saw Ngannou getting knocked out. I was like, wow, it was a bad knockout. It made Ngannou look like a premature amateur, I have to be honest. It made him look like, you don't belong in here with me. I'm on a different level when it comes to boxing. Go back to your MMA. And that was exactly what he did. And he's back to MMA now. And I'm happy for that. Francis Ngannou is going to be fighting an animal though. This guy is a giant. This guy is a beast. This guy is 6'8" in the PFL, your current PFL champion, heavyweight champion. And his name is Ferreria, also known as Problema. I don't have to explain what that means to you guys. You guys get the gist. This guy is an animal. I saw the both of them face off the other day. It made Francis Ngannou look like a human for the first time. The guy is massive. Francis Ngannou is 6'4". This guy is 6'8". Don't get me wrong, fighting is not about the size. I know. But in a heavyweight could make a bit of a difference. You know what I mean? The physical attribute of this guy. And the guy is no slouch neither. The guy knows how to fight. He is very athletic. I went back and watched some of his fights. He's been knocking people out. Like, this guy has 13 wins, 3 losses. Out of those 13 wins, 11 of them is by knockout. He knocked out Ryan Bader to win the PFL Heavyweight Championship. He knocked him out in the first 30 seconds. Guys, this guy is no joke. Very athletic. His wrestling, I would consider average. His jiu-jitsu, above average. His striking, above average. Nothing spectacular in any of these things. But for a heavyweight, most heavyweight on the planet, even in the UFC, they're not well-rounded. Most of them have one thing, they're better than the other. You can't find a heavyweight that is 100% well-rounded in everything, except for John Jones and someone like Tom Aspinall, from what I can see. You know what I mean? Except for John Jones, obviously, he was well-rounded in the light heavyweight. We all know the story. Back to this guy, Ferreria. What do I really think about him? I think he's a big trouble for Ngannou. I really think so. Can he knock Ngannou out? Yes, of course he can. Can he wrestle Ngannou? Yes, he can. Can he do jiu-jitsu with Ngannou? Yes, he can. He can do all these things with Ngannou for sure. Because you guys have to remember, Ngannou is a striker. The only time he actually used his wrestling was against Cyril Gane, and Cyril Gane has close to zero wrestling, let's be honest. He is not going to be able to do that with someone that has a bit of wrestling experience, jiu-jitsu experience. Let's be totally honest, like, you know what I mean? Ngannou is a striker. He only started learning grappling in the last couple of years. He's just an animal. He's a beast, no doubt about that. But he's not going to be like a legit wrestler overnight. He's only learning himself when it comes to wrestling and takedown and all these kind of things, jiu-jitsu, all these things. But he's good enough for a heavyweight. He has the tools that he needs to perform in a heavyweight. So I don't think Ngannou is going to be taking this guy down. He's going to have to strike with this guy. I think so. I know Ngannou hasn't fought in a couple of years, MMA anyways. He's only been striking. Boxing was striking, guys. So his striking is definitely getting better, boxing-wise. But how much time has he been putting into his grappling in the last 2-3 years? I don't know that. We're going to find out though. So this is a very interesting fight. Usually I don't even watch PFL fights. I don't even know what's going on in PFL if I'm being honest. Just a couple of fights here and there on YouTube. I just watch the clips. But this fight, I am going to be watching, and I'm sure most people are going to be watching because of Ngannou. They want to see how he performs in PFL against this guy. This guy is no joke, as I said. It's going to be a good fight. I'm not making any predictions now. I'm just trying to figure out how is this fight going to go. Is Ngannou going to be able to win this guy? Is this guy going to be able to impose his strength and his physical attributes on Ngannou? Yet to be seen. And this is why this fight is very, very interesting. And I can't wait for it. I really cannot wait for this fight. And guys, let's not forget, Ngannou has been through a lot lately. He has been through a lot. I don't want to start talking about this now, but he lost his child. That is a big thing now. Where is his head at? We don't know that. This is a big, big deal for any parents to lose their kid. Is basically, I don't even know how he's coming back so soon to come and fight. I don't know how he has the mentality to think he wants to come and fight. That is a real man for you, man. Respect to Ngannou for coming back to fight. Man, it must be really hard for the guy, I have to be honest. Like, how can that be easy? No parent on the planet prays for that. We all pray that we go before our child, not the other way around. So it's very interesting fight. Also, Ngannou has made a lot of money in those 2 boxing fights that he had. He can retire today if he really wanted to retire. How are these things going to affect Ngannou? It's not just about the skill to skill. There's also other things that I'm thinking about that could affect this fight. Very interesting fight. It's going to happen in October, and I can't wait for this fight. I'm going to give my predictions as well. Guys, I hope you guys are good. Give us a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys at the next one. Take care, guys.